Welcome back to Women Like Us. My name is Stima, and today we're going to talk about toxic love, that ride or die love that everyone seems to be so deeply invested in, I guess. Everyone has been toxic, both men and women. Let's all just take accountability for a minute in that regard. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the behaviors and what a healthy behavior would look like. We will talk about signs of being in a toxic relationship and what that looks like. We will also discuss then what is the meaning of being in a toxic relationship, what are the signs, and also a point to let you know, like, okay, fine, how can you identify if you're in a toxic relationship? Because I think that's where it all just boils down to. Are you in a toxic relationship? I have just put some clips together, which I'll pop up here, just to give you like what toxic love looks like.
Broken people break people's hearts. Hurt people hurt people. And you think you're going to get a trophy at the end for loving this person through their pain and their trauma and their inability to not allow that hurt you. But really what you get at the end is a broken heart. Your trophy is years of pain and enduring trauma that they're going to cause.
Now that I got your attention back, let's talk a little bit about this, okay? What does it even mean to be in a toxic relationship? What does that mean? Because I mean, people be throwing around these words like narcissist and toxic, but what does that mean to you and to me? Because that's what it boils down to. You have all this information, but the biggest thing is, how can we use that information to better our lives? That is the main thing that I want all of you to take out of this. Whether you're a man or a woman, the main thing is we should all be able to identify what it looks like when you're in a toxic relationship. So let's look at the behaviors of a toxic person. Now, look, if they have all of these, run. If they have all of these characteristics, run, sister, brother, run. They are not for you. Throw them back in the ocean, okay? There's no need for you to be going through a toxic relationship just because you want love. No, 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 no. We'll talk a little bit about toxic behavior, and we'll talk a little bit about healthy behavior. I have got these points from the following I've put down here below. Exactly the link where I went to go and do this research a little bit. I do ask that you definitely go and do your own research. The things which I'm writing down here are thoughts of my personal thoughts as well, based on the research that I've done. So I do also recommend that you yourself also do your research. Do your research is all I'm saying. Do your research. Any video or content that I have used during this video, it's all been listed down below. I would like to thank all of the content creators that have created this amazing content that I'm going to use today. And this content is basically just there to help us out to understand things a little bit better. I do ask that at the end of this video, I want you to start thinking, look in your life, who are the toxic people in your life? And find ways to get rid of them. Yes, I said it. I said what I said. Toxic people shouldn't remain in your life. The more you know, you should do better. Okay, so it's not a thing of knowing better, knowing more, and not doing anything about it. No, no, no. The more you know, you have to put it into action, y'all. Toxic behavior, number 1, insecure, jealous, negative, self-centered, selfish, critical, demeaning, distrusting, abusive, and disrespectful. I'm pretty sure there's still a lot more things that could be listed there, but we can say maybe these are just the main ones. Now, I got this list from verywellmind.com, and I've put their link down below. Please do your own research. Go and figure it out. Everything that I've listed down here is based on me doing my research and filtering it through with my own opinion. So it's not fact. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist. I don't know that, but I'm just trying to take the information that's out there and break it down in a way that both me and you can understand in our day-to-day lives. What does healthy behavior look like? So number one, they are secure, they're loving, they're positive, they're giving, they're selfless, they are encouraging, uplifting, trustworthy, compassionate, and respectful. Okay, now let's be honest. I think that many times we can both be healthy and toxic. Come on now. Let's be honest. We can all attest to the fact there has been a point in our lives where we also were toxic, whether you are the man in the relationship or you are the woman in the relationship. I think toxicity breeds more toxicity. So if you are dating a toxic person, you will end up eventually being toxic because you are constantly surrounded by that. Another thing is there's an old saying which says birds of a feather flock together. So if you do not run away, and this is the most important thing, and this is the main reason why I want you guys, if you identify or realize that you are in a toxic relationship, you gotta get out. You gotta get out. No matter how many years you guys have been together, no matter if you have kids or not, like, you gotta get out because there's only one end. Especially if you guys have been together for years and the person hasn't changed. You've been telling them this and this is not good, this is ruining our relationship, and they still don't listen. Now that we have listed the toxic behaviors versus the healthy behavioristics, now that we've figured that out, what does it mean to be in a toxic relationship, guys? You tell me from your side, from your understanding, what do you understand as toxic relationship? Let's get into that, okay? Let's try and break that down. What does that even mean? Toxic. Fine. The meaning of being in a toxic relationship is when your well-being is being threatened emotionally, psychologically, and even physically. Funny enough, hear this out, man. Most toxic relationships may not lead to harm, but most relationships are toxic. I need that to sink in, man. Most relationships are toxic. Most toxic relationships might not get physical. They might not get physical, but it's building up. Mostly toxic relationships, their domain, their playground, if you will, is psychologically and physically. So when we go back to the toxic behavior,